All right, and for our last video of Chapter 7, what we're going to take a look at is the minimum sample size required to get a desired margin of error for a population mean confidence interval. So if we want to estimate a population mean, how do we find that sample size? Well, how we would do that is we are going to take our z alpha over 2 value, times it by our standard deviation, divide it by the error, and square it. So it says, this problem says we want to estimate the confidence interval of average of all statistics students, which is clearly higher than 100 because you're in statistics, so you're obviously smarter than the average bear. But planning ahead, we want our confidence interval to have a margin of error of 5 plus or minus 5 IQ points. So we know that error is 5. We also want a confidence level of 99%. So if we have a confidence level of 99%, we're going to use that critical value of 2.575. So our z alpha over 2 value is going to be 2.575. Finally, we need to know that sigma value for this formula right here. You can see that sigma's right here. So we know that standard deviation of IQs is 15. So to calculate the sample size needed, you're going to take your critical value, which is 2.575, times it by your standard deviation, which is 15, divide it by your error, which is 5, and then we're going to square this whole thing. So to do this, it would be 2.575 times 15 divided by 5, and then we're going to square this number. And I get 59.7. So this works out to 59.7. Now we have to round this up, remember, so we would need to get a sample of at least 60 stat students.